Hello viewers, joining me today Charanjot Singh Nanda, the President of the Institute of Chartered Accountant. Welcome to NDTV Profit, sir. I would like to begin by asking you that the government wants to create its own version of Big Four firms. What is the role here ICAI can play to kind of support this kind of cause to have its own homegrown Big Four accountancy firm?
Good afternoon, madam. The basic concept of having an Indian Big Four or homegrown firm would ultimately emerge from the fact that Indian CA Institute, ICAI, which was set up an Act of Parliament way back on 1st July 1949, would gather resources, make the firms ready to join, and more importantly, create such infrastructures whereby the firms are able to unite by way of mergers, by way of networking. We will do a lot of things. There are certain bottlenecks to it. For example, if you have a huge firm, you need a lot of finances. So from where the finances will come? If you have a huge firm, you need to advertise your services, for which there are restrictions as per the Chartered Accountants Act. So we would like to revise those guidelines of advertising. Going forward, there may be issues in technology. The firms have to be technology savvy. We are also thinking of having a portal whereby you could identify the potential people with whom you would like to network or with whom you would like to merge your firm so that a larger firm is made. So it is holistically the impetus of the institute to support the government and ensure that we give proper facilities to our member firms. It is a business decision. So therefore, with whom they need to collaborate, what are their skill set, which are the skill set that is required, and more importantly, what is the holistic view with the holistic approach in terms of which you are able to go ahead and have businesses and service your people and clients and stakeholders.
But Mr. Nanda, what steps do you think that Indian firms should take at this point of time to compete, all these Big Four globally?
Madam, there is a saying, well begun is half done. We have to have a great beginning. The institute is totally inclined towards giving them that facility. The firms first of all have to grow big. We have firms above 5 partners, above 10 partners, above 15 partners. So with the large firm which the government is envisaging has to be a firm where at least 80-90 partners have to be there. So the first step is identification of partners. Having offices in practically all cities. So having offices and having such great people and inviting people to join as partner or as employees would entail a lot of financial expenditure. So the second thing is finances. Now when you want to service clients, Indian or overseas, you need to have a great technical impetus. So that technical training is also very, very important. Going forward, when you have to sell your services, you have to make people aware what services you have. Advertising and solicitation of client become important. So those guidelines again needs to be taken care of. Where do they meet? I know so many firms. So we'll have a database, we'll have a portal whereby you can identify the potential firm with which would you like to merge or would you like to network. So this is a long drawn process whereby institute will facilitate each and every firm to grow. We want the partnership firms by capacity building to grow into larger firms, proprietor firms to grow into partnership firms. So this entire paraphernalia shall be taken care by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India.
Fair point, sir. Sir, I also like to understand, since moving away from the Big Four point, that there are a lot of recent accounting irregularities issues has emerged, particularly in the cases like Genzol, IndusInd Bank, we have seen Byju's. And ICAI among stakeholders who strongly comment these kind of accounting irregularities. So what has the action taken so far in each of this case? If you could just elaborate a bit.
We have an FRRB, Financial Reporting and Review Board. So when these things come, the board looks upon those things and identifies whether they have to be taken for a desktop review. So we are now working towards it. We are doing the desktop review of IndusInd Bank, of Gensol, or Blue Smart. And it takes close to 6 to 7 months to do a review and then come to a conclusion whether there is an accounting or auditing irregularity. So this is a process on which we move ahead. With Byju's, we have a disciplinary committee meeting where the Byju's case is being presented.
Okay.
So this is largely, you see, we work as a court only. So there are certain bottlenecks by which people come, they have to appear, they have to give their views, and then we arrive at a conclusion whether the auditors are guilty or not. So this is a long drawn process, but we at the institute level facilitated, we are very keen. We have so many DC meetings. The disciplinary committee was constituted a month back only. So myself, there are 2 disciplinary committees under me and 2 under the vice president with the presiding officers. So we've been holding frequent meetings so that the justice is met and given to people who come to us for any.
So what could be the final action which ICAI can
That
take?
depends. We have to see whether these cases are going in NFRA or not. Whether we have to take a call. So if we have to take a call, we send it to the disciplinary committee for further inquiry of the case.
But tell me, sir, that when these cases emerge and clearly indicating towards accounting frauds, do you see a bigger problem here, or you think it's just one of a case, or it's a system failure of some sort, or some kind of financial oversight?
No, it is not a system failure. It is greed of certain people who ultimately culminate in doing frauds. We are doing a research paper for SEBI, in which we have senior members from SEBI, from NSE, and from various walks of life. We are now trying to find out means by which a fraud could be preempted. A scam could be identified, early signs of scams, and communicated so that the stakeholders or the gullible investors who lose lot of money at the later stage, that stage is arrested. So initially when we feel that something is going bad, we could immediately raise an alarm and ensure that it could be nipped there only, rather than giving it time to expand.
Moving on the new accounting rules, sir, there are some rules in the work for businesses which is going to become from, I'm assuming, January 1st, 2027.
Yes, madam. Yes,
so if you could elaborate a bit about that and how that is going to impact the businesses and whether it will also have some bearing on the listed companies, since a lot of these subsidiaries of listed companies are unlisted. So how that's going to work?
Tell you, madam, there are 2 accounting standards. That is Ind AS 118, presentation and disclosures in financial statements. So this standard, the basic purpose is to improve companies' communication of financial performance with a particular focus on the statement of profit and loss, because that ultimately gives an impetus to look at how funds are coming in, how they're expended, and what are the expenses and sources from where funds come. It will improve the structure comparability and clarity of financial statements for stakeholders and investors. It requires, I'm speaking about 118, it requires classification of expenses into operating, investing and financing. This standard will also improve disclosures on management's performance measures to ensure transparency in how companies assess their own performances. Very, very important. You have to go back and see how your performance is there and how you assess to the level of which you have been able to improvise. So globally, it is applicable from 1st January 2027. And in India, it is proposed to be applicable from 1st April 2027.
Okay.
You spoke about subsidiaries, that is IFRS 19. The only issue here is that internationally, if you have your sets, the main company has sets as per IFRS, they can prepare the accounting of their subsidiaries in any other system or any other accounting system which is vogue in that country. In India, we subscribe that if your main company is into IFRS, we propose that our financials of the subsidiaries also made in IFRS. So this gives an impetus because you are able to equitably look at both of them. The basic purpose of IFRS is to give a common accounting language across the globe. For example, sitting in India, I want to make an investment in Luxembourg. I want to make an investment in San Francisco or in Kuala Lumpur. If IFRS is there, I will be able to equitably look into the valuation and what call has to be taken by me. So when the accounting language and disclosure are same worldwide, it becomes very easy because all of us say that the world has become a global village. So if you want to make inter-country investments, it becomes easier for that. So with respect to subsidiaries, IFRS 19, we are now very keen that in India, that is again into process, we are setting up a study group. It is not in vogue today. We are setting up a study group and we have to take, with respect to 118, we have prepared the entire thing. We are giving it to NFRA under section 133 so that NFRA is able to first take care of this and then send it to MCA for further notification.
Clearly, it will bring a lot of transparency between the listed and its unlisted subsidiaries.
Yes, madam, the basic impetus or purpose today is to create such reporting standards which go or gel well with the public who are investing. See, people who are technically sound will have a greater knowledge, they'll be able to assess and they'll be able to read all the financial statements. But for people who know little knowledge of accounting, for them also, worldwide, the trial is to give them an equitable place where they read financial statements, are able to take informed decisions.
Well, speaking of the accounting rules, and also you said the NFRA role, there are certain overlaps between ICAI and NFRA. How ICAI is handling that overlap? And do you think that it confuses the companies, the investors? What's your take on that?
See, madam, I will not comment on the past, but today we have very good relationships with NFRA.
Okay.
See, both of us are the creation of MCA. So what I feel that both of us have to work in tandem with the purposes for which we were created. Our roles are different, roles of NFRA are different. So we'll have to have a strict line on which both of us work, not to intermingle with each other's work. In my opinion, madam, we have to work in consonance with each other and ensure that the investors, see, NFRA is also doing our honest job, and ICAI, I told you, was set up an Act of Parliament. I am the 73rd President of the Institute. 76 years we have been rendering government services to the economy at large. So both of us have to work in our domains and ensure that we are able to effectively service the citizens of India and the corporates.
That's a fair point, Mr. Nanda. I would also like to understand, moving away from this topic, that on the role of artificial intelligence. Now, we are seeing a lot of shift is happening because due to this AI, especially in the financial world. Now, how ICAI is preparing chartered accountant with this shift? Because we have seen a lot of layoffs is happening because of the new system which is in place. How you are preparing CAs for that?
Madam, technology is now the basis of growth. ICAI is focused not only towards artificial intelligence, but blockchains, Internet of Things, data analytics, which is very important, cyber security audits, information security audits. Some 15 years back, we took a call that chartered accountants can only prosper if they are technology savvy. And now our impetus is largely on artificial intelligence. I'd like to tell you, we have a committee, AI and ICAI, Artificial Intelligence, in the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. 1st July 2024, we launched a certification course for chartered accountants. You will be happy to know close to 25,000, they have done, maybe 30,000 chartered accountants have done that course. We did a conference in Pune, and it was on 18th and 19th. The registration has to be closed 1.5 months before, because so many people were trying to do that. Now we're doing one in Jaipur.
Okay.
So, madam, on 17th, I asked all my council colleagues to get training on AI. Tomorrow, we are doing an employee training on AI. So, artificial intelligence will ultimately give us a benchmark on which you are able to effectively assess all your services and see how time is saved. You have to do only analysis. Let the other work be done by AI.
But do you think that with AI and it's expanding so fast, will that impact the overall CA profession?
It will.
Okay.
It has to be enabler to us.
Okay.
See, there will be two classes, people who know AI, who don't know AI. So people who do not know AI will have a fear of losing on certain jobs or on certain strategies. But people who know AI will scale with newer heights. People are afraid that AI may make them lose lost jobs. It is not so. Artificial intelligence can never displace original intelligence. We have created artificial intelligence, but that has to be harnessed for getting monotonous work done, for putting down the time frame in work is done, and ensuring that no silly mistakes are made and the results are actually correct, which can be used by the management or by the stakeholder for taking decisions.
So using it wisely is what you are suggesting.
Yes,
and the way
madam. Yes, you're correct. You're correct.
Yeah. So many students, and it's a very popular question that many students still find the CA course is tough. Now, do we see any changes there to kind of make this entire journey manageable?
Madam, there is, as a student I used to listen, that in Churchgate it is written, God never fails. Somebody has written, then let him try CA exams. See, madam, CA is difficult. But over the years, we have produced such great professionals who have effectively added value to the cause of this nation. Our beloved President, Shri Abdul Kalam, APJ Abdul Kalam, very rightly said, Indian chartered accountants are partners in nation building.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I feel in times to come, they will be partners in global building. 42,000 of our chartered accountants are all across the world, except in India. And they have been contributing largely to the economy where they work. So, madam, we do not want to make systems easy. We want to train our chartered accountant students so that they clear this and are launched with great fanfare. Once a chartered accountant comes to work with his, coupled with the training which he takes and the technology which is imparted to him during his training days and the certificate courses he does before coming to have the certificate of membership of chartered accountancy, these things ultimately pave a way where we'll be acclaimed as world leaders.
I'm sure. In fact, the recent India-UK FTA has opened the door for, opportunities for chartered accountants. So, how do you see this is helping, Indian CAs to go out and access to those and tapping to global market? How are you seeing this move?
Madam, free trade agreement is a great shot in the arm of both the countries. It will change their thought process. And to put it very aptly, there will be growth in businesses. Business today is $60 billion. By 2030, it should double to $120 billion. There are relaxed visa rules. Those relaxed visa rules have ultimately encouraged the Indian skilled workforce to go and render services in UK. Chartered accountants, they can practice there. Their people can come and practice here. We are also now going to set up a new MRA, Mutual Recognition Agreement, with both the countries and with the Institute of Chartered Accountants of England and Wales, so that we are able to effectively recognize whatever services can be rendered. This is a great step towards recognition of professional qualified people.
Tell me quickly on the point, sir, and I'd like to wrap with that how you are kind of working to strengthen the ethics of chartered accountants, to kind of avoid a lot of instances in the past where the red flags being raised on CAs. How to kind of ensure and strengthen the ethics for CAs?
Madam, I'll tell you something which will be very interesting. Number one, we have a global or international code, ISBA. Indian Code of Ethics is more stringent compared to ISBA. We have certain things which ISBA doesn't have. It is more liberal than Indian Code of Ethics. Second, when you take cases of instances, you'll find India is having meager instances compared to the other world. We are very mindful of the fact in India, a chartered accountant who's been served with a disciplinary notice always faces a stigma. So all chartered accountants work diligently. But in spite of that, we have a continuing professional education where we have made every year study by every chartered accountant on Code of Ethics. Our Code of Ethics is one of the best codes in the world. Our self-reliant measures which we keep, even which is not mandated, is something which is the largest in the world. So we at the institute level make it very pertinent to train our members right from when they were students, so that they understand the value of ethics and work in a very ethical fashion. So to summarize it, Director Discipline takes a call whether the person is guilty or not. If he is prima facie guilty, there are certain clauses which will go to Board of Discipline and other which will go to Discipline Committee. At the Discipline Committee and BOD level, proper inquiry, detailed inquiry is conducted. I have a meeting even today at 3 o'clock. So we go ahead and conduct the meeting, and if he is found guilty, proper action is taken. Financial penalty is proposed and his name is removed. So we take financial penalty up to 5 lakh rupees and permanent name is also removed. So this is a great deterrent for chartered accountants. I want to tell you, a disciplinary notice or a notice from ICAI is a nightmare for them.
So you think that the process at present is robust enough and no tweaking or changes is required?
100% robust, madam, 100% robust. People do not know because we do not tell how many cases we have put people guilty. Now we have started publicizing that. If you want, my office can give you a copy. How many of them have been held guilty? The moment you read the data, you'll understand, oh my God. People think we don't advertise that these are the people who have been held guilty, name has been removed or have been inflicted financial penalties. So people are not aware.
How many of the chartered accountant charged for the disciplinary action in the recent past? If you give me the annual number.
It was close to 254 chartered accountants who were awarded punishments. If I'm correct, because often I will not remember, but I was telling somebody some month back, so I have a freak idea of that.
Okay, so do we see more such public information coming out?
We are very keen, madam. We are very keen. Any issue, we take cognizance the moment we see any news in the press or if anybody wants to make a complaint. We want to follow that. We want to see that justice is meted to every complainant who makes that. At ICAI, we want to keep our standards very high. My entire council comprising of 40 members, I am one of them. They work in tandem with the international best practices. We have so many responsibilities and not a single person let us from the job which is assigned to him.
No, absolutely, because you being one of the very key and crucial stakeholder for all the government decision as well. And that's the wrap of this special conversation. Thank you, Mr. Nanda, for taking out time for us.
Elaborate discussion.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, madam. Thank you.